Hi guys, so I am coming to you today to film a plan with me in my happy planner. It is almost at the end, you guys, and I actually bought my new happy planner for next year. I wanted to buy like a spiral bound recollections planner because that's what I want to memory plan in for next year, but I couldn't find one I liked. But I did find my happy planner and I'm super excited about it. But I thought that I would go ahead and do this spread. Now, this is a special week for a couple of different reasons. First of all, I'm sorry, I have like permanent ink on my finger, so if that bothers you, I apologize. So first of all, it is Halloween. Second of all, it is Tristan's birthday. And third, it is the weekend that we are celebrating Tristan's birthday. We were going to have him a birthday party on this day, but it is supposed to rain, and he chose that he wanted to go to Legoland with his family instead of having a birthday party. So that's what he chose. We gave him the option, and that's what he chose. So with all of that being said, it's a lot of different things going on. So I have a few different washies that I'm going to use. I don't even really know which ones I'm going to use. I'm just going to kind of pull a lot of them and just kind of play around, and that's kind of what I'm going to do for the whole spread. So I have like a bunch of different fall ones I can pull from, and then I have a couple that I want to use for actual Halloween day, and then I'm going to add a couple of stickers for his actual birthday and things like that as well. So all in all, it's going to be a mishmash of lots of different things for this week, so I'm excited. Along with the crazy washi that I'm going to use, I'm also going to use, and I have to take this sweater off because pregnancy is making me have a hot flash. It's not menopause, but it is pregnancy, and that can be just as bad. Phew! And I already feel like when I start to talk a whole bunch, I feel like I can't breathe because he is sitting on my lungs. So it's just like, holy cow, child. Okay. I am going to use this free printable from Counting Sheepy. countingsheepy.blogspot.com. I will try to remember to link it in the description box below for you. I am going to use this one for sure. Then I might be pulling some from this one as well, just because I don't know what I'm going to need. And this one is from Nicole Kelly Creations. And it is www.nicole-kelly.com. If I use this one, I will link it in the description as well. But it's just like a little kit, is what she calls it. These right here. It says The Wonderful Life of the Crazy Mom at the bottom, so I'm assuming that's where it comes from, but it doesn't give me the actual website. I pull so many, and this, how I find them, you guys, some of you guys have asked me how I find my printables is I just look on Pinterest and type in the printables that I'm looking for, and then I just browse through until I find some favorite websites that I really enjoy, and that's what I do. I'm also going to be pulling in some Happy Planner stickers from the Squad Goals sticker book. I'm probably going to use these as my headers, and then probably some of the boxes and maybe some of the deco as well, and probably some of these little banners. I don't know, we're just going to kind of see how it goes. So I want to use a few of these. They're super cute and I really love them. So yeah, so I'm going to try to make it work with just this page and see kind of how it goes, and we'll go from there. And then I also have a bunch of different like Halloween and deco, and I have like a birthday sheet in here. There's some pumpkins at the bottom. There's some little coffee cups I want to use. Here's a birthday. Oh, I wanted to use a couple of these icons. And then a couple of these. Here's a birthday sticker. Here's some deco pieces for Halloween and some deco there. And then I know I had more than that, and I don't know where they went. They got buried in here. Oh, here they are. And then there's these. So there's lots of different stickers that I have to pull from, and I'm going to kind of mishmash it all together and make it work. So we're going to play with this and see how it goes. I kind of like playing with things like this and kind of just seeing what we end up with. I think that's fun. Being creative is fun to me. So this has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 different full boxes. So we should have plenty to get going, okay? I don't know what I want my top washi to be. And I'm not really sure. I'm just not really sure. So I think I'm not going to start with the washi this week. I think I'm just going to start with the full boxes instead and just kind of go from there and see where we end up. I am probably going to use these day covers. I did get these from Pink Pixel Graphics and I love her. You guys know that. I will link her in the description box below, but I'm not really sure what I want my top washi to be. And actually thinking of it, I kind of think I just want it to be this. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I know, you guys, I'm all over the place. Can't help it. It has been a awful, horrible, no good, dirty, rotten, pig stealing day. If you've ever read or watched the movie Holes, that's what they say. But they say great grandfather, not day. But it has been a no good, dirty, rotten day for sure. It has been bad, and I'm going to tell you about it. You know I am. So this morning, or well, let's start with the night before last. So not last night, but the night before that, Tristan wouldn't eat his dinner because he said his tummy hurt. Now Tristan has really bad, like, digestive issues where, like, he gets really constipated. TMI, but it's just a child, so you'll be okay. He gets constipated really easy, and his stomach, like, hurts really bad. So he has to take Miralax on, like, a daily basis, pretty much, like, on a regular basis. So I gave him some of his medicine, and the problem is he doesn't drink very much. He's like his mother, and so it's hard for me to get him to take Miralax because he won't drink the whole thing. So anyway, I gave him some of his medicine. He said he was feeling a lot better. Okay. Well, then he went to bed. He woke up in the morning. He said he was feeling much better. So he didn't have any complaints. So I took him to school. Like, he went to school. And so everything was fine. Like, he didn't call me to come and get him or anything like that. He was perfectly fine. And then when he got home, he was complaining that his head hurt and his throat hurt. So when he said his throat hurt, I was like, oh Lord, because if you guys, I don't know if I've told you guys, but we had an outbreak of hand, foot, and mouth at our church. We had one last year and we ended up getting it. We had one this year. And it was specifically, like, it started in our small group. So we were not only exposed to it, like, during church, but also afterwards in our small group. So we were exposed to it, like, a lot. And so, you know, we were trying to be really careful. And Sunday we didn't go to service. Wednesday before that we didn't go to service. And so we were trying to, like, keep away. And so I was like, oh God. When he said his throat hurt, I was like, oh God. So I checked his throat. It was absolutely 100% disgusting, which made me feel like a piece of garbage for sending him to school. Just spread it around the school because I had no idea. Like, he didn't even complain about anything except for his tummy hurting. So his throat looked awful. So that was, like, in the evening yesterday. So this morning when we woke up, I took him to the doctor. And it really irritated me because, like, people knew that their kids had symptoms and they still brought them. That is, like, one of my biggest pet peeves in the entire world. Like, if you legitimately don't know, like, I didn't know and I sent him to school because he had, like, no complaints, nothing, no symptoms. And then all of a sudden, bam, here it is. And he's complaining after he already went to school. But if you know your child has symptoms, please don't be that person that brings them anyway. Like, don't bring them to school. Don't bring them to daycare. Don't bring them to church. Just keep them at home. But anyways, so it's kind of been frustrating, but it's neither here nor there. The point is that he started acting like he didn't feel well. And so this morning when we woke up, I took him to the doctor. And I took him to the urgent care because their pediatrician that we currently use, which is about to change immediately, is really far away because it's still from where we lived, like closer to the church and my parents and everything. And I just love the doctor so much that we've kept driving there since we've lived here for a year. We've been just driving there anytime we need to go to the doctor. But that's just, it's getting a little bit much. And I am not particularly excited about their staff for reasons you will find out in a minute. So anyways, and that is crooked, Ashley. So I took him to the urgent care. Well, Killian was playing in my purse and lost my wallet. And it's been a couple of weeks, it's been a few weeks that it's been missing. And I haven't been able to find it anywhere. Okay, do I want to use this? I think I do. I haven't been able to find it anywhere. So I didn't have their insurance cards because they were in my wallet. So I called because we had been to that urgent care before. It's like right by our house. I called them to see if they had it on file. They did not. Of course, that would have been way too easy. So I called his doctor and I asked if they could send a copy of their insurance card that they have on file to the urgent care. Well, she was perfectly fine with it. She was like, yeah, sure, I can do that. Just give me a few minutes and I'll do that, blah, blah, blah. So when I get to the urgent care, I ask them if they've called because I didn't have their fax number. So she said she would just call the urgent care. And so I get to the urgent care. I do all of this before I get there, because I'm trying to be proactive. And I get to the urgent care and she still hasn't called. So I was like, okay, maybe she just didn't have a chance yet, whatever. So I call her back and I say, look, I have that fax number if that will help you. That way you don't have to call them. And she was like, yeah, thanks. So she takes the fax number and let's see, I need to wait this out, I think. She takes the fax number and she tells me that she's going to send it in a few minutes, okay? We're working on it. We'll send it in just a few minutes. I'm like, okay, no problem. So I wait 30 minutes and she still hasn't done it. And the lady at the front desk at the urgent care is like, what is going on? I still haven't gotten the fax. And I'm like, I'm not really sure. I can call them and ask, what's going on. So I call them and she's like, well, we're busy. I'm trying to get to it as soon as I can. So she's not really the nicest about it. But I was like, maybe they're covered up and it's not a big deal. I called her for a favor. It's not like I'm giving them business. So I get it. Okay, fine. So I wait longer. Well, I forgot to mention that I couldn't get them on the phone. It took me 14 times of calling them to get them to answer the phone. And then she told me she was busy, that she would do it as soon as she could. So I was like, it's okay. I was trying to calm it down. I was like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Blah, blah, blah. So then I wait 30 more minutes and she still hasn't done it. And the urgent care people can't even let me fill out paperwork. They can't go through with anything. They can't see us until she sends out the insurance cards. And so I'm like, holy crap, this is taking so long. Well, Killian's getting antsy. And Killian is tired of waiting. You guys know, Killian is a mess. He's a little mess. And he's terrible twos all the way. So he decides he wants to play in the water fountain. So while I'm trying to call the doctor and I'm distracted, he goes to the water fountain. And he takes those stacking cups and they have numbers on them and it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and you have to stack them all up smallest to largest. Well, they have those in the little plate area. And he gets one of them and takes it to the water fountain, fills it up, and it has a hole in the bottom and just spreads water all over the waiting room floor. I mean, all over it. And it's a wood floor. Holy God above. I was like, Oh my God, are you kidding me? So I go into the bathroom and I get like tons of paper towels and I'm like sopping up the floor with my big old pregnant self, like bending over every 2 steps to clean up the big old mess while I'm on the phone with the doctor trying to get them to answer the phone. It is a disaster. So then, I wanted this week, not a spending. I don't want that to be spending. So I'm probably going to cover that up. And of course I didn't cut the bottom for no reason at all. But anyways, so she tells me that she's working on it. Well, then she's like, well, we don't have a copy of their insurance card in our system. We only have it like in their chart from when you gave it to us. So we're having to go through all the charts and it's taking us a long time. Like, can you deal with just the policy number? So I asked the lady at the front desk, can you deal with just the policy number? And she tells me no, that they have to have the actual card. So I'm like, she has to have the actual card. And she's like, well, it's going to be a while. And I'm like, holy crap, like it's already been a while. So I'm getting really frustrated because I've got a kid who's like running rampant and I feel so bad, but he's 2 and he's tired of being there. And we've been there for like 45 minutes at this point with nothing going on. So he's like tired of it already. So that's happening. And then, sorry, I've got to get this pillow to put behind my back because I'm going crazy. And so that's happening. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. So then I wait like 30 more minutes and she's finally like, okay, she's like, what kind of insurance do they have? And I tell her Blue Cross Blue Shield, and she was like, I probably should have just asked you that to begin with. She was like, I can probably look it up. So then she tells me she can just do the policy number. And so I'm like, okay. So she's like, if you'll just call him back, like, I can probably just look it up and I'll do that for you. And then that way we can just go ahead and get you started because this is ridiculous. She's like, I've never seen a doctor's office that's this slow. Like, they're just being so slow. So I try to call back. It takes me 22 times to get them to answer the phone. I am not kidding you. 22 times of calling the doctor's office before they will even answer me. And when I finally get them to answer, I'm like, just give me the policy. And like, I'm so mad. I'm like, okay, she said she would take the policy number. Just give me the policy number. And so they're like, okay. So they give me the policy number. She prints all the cards. And while she's doing all of that, Killian pees in his pants because he tells me he has to go to the bathroom. And I'm on the phone with the doctor. I'm like, hold on just a minute, baby. And he opens the door to the bathroom in the doctor's office by himself, goes in there and tries to pee by himself, but he can't reach it very well, so he just pees all over his clothes. Bless his heart. First of all, melts my heart that he tried to do it by himself because that is so freaking cute. But holy crap, can anything else happen? I'm just thinking to myself, good grief. So then I go into the car. And of course, I don't have any clothes for him because I forgot the diaper bag. And the diaper bag, I don't even know how I forgot the diaper bag, but I totally forgot the diaper bag. And he, all I have is, I have clothes in the back, but they are, let's see, what kind of colors am I dealing with? A little bit of everything, huh? The clothes that I have in the back are shorts and a t-shirt. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Oh, well. So I just put it in there. I wanted some headers. Oh, I said I was going to use these headers in here. So I'm like, holy crap. So I just put it on him anyways. And then we go in there. And it turns out, you guys, we have hand, foot, and mouth. So Tristan has it, Killian has it as well, because once we get in the doctor's office and we really start inspecting them, like, he has little dots all on his mouth, like, all on his, like, around his mouth, and so does Tristan, like, Tristan has them everywhere. Yeah, it's just a flipping disaster, and I'm just like, I can't even deal. And then, lo and behold, just for kicks, I ask her, like, if I have it. And we look, she looks at my throat and everything, and yes, I have it as well. So I have hand, foot, and mouth, and now spots are starting to come up, like on my feet, and Tristan's feet, and Killian's feet, and our throat, and then Killian has those spots on his mouth. Like, it is disastrous mess. So we all have hand, foot, and mouth, all three of us. So Tristan has to miss the rest of the week of school, which he missed today. And that's not going to pull up. He has to miss the rest of the week of school, and then and then he should be good by Monday, but it is just a disaster. Complete and absolute disaster. So yeah, that has been my horrible, no good, rotten, dirty, rotten day so far. It has been a little bit better since we've gotten home, but honestly, I feel like hand, foot, and mouth is making them more hyper than not. And they're just more hyper, but they're whiny and cranky. So they're not sleeping, like it's not making them sleepy. Hoping it just gets better from here. So yeah, that is fun. But anyways, I'm not even going to worry about it. Oh crap, that's not what I wanted to do, but that's okay, it's cute. So why did I just put tomorrow? I pulled this off and it says tomorrow. I was just pulling off one. I think I'm going to do, I like this green. This green on this green. But yeah, I'm not really excited about the fact that we have hand, foot, and mouth. That's not fun. And I got a sliver of that, so I'm just going to cover it up with some white out. Not even gonna lie. Yeah, it's really not fun. It's really yucky. If you've never had it before, don't get it. Avoid it at all costs. That's what we were trying to do, but it didn't work, so yeah. It's not fun being sick pregnant either. That's never a good time. But it's okay. I'm just glad. I'm trying to be positive. And I'm just glad that we all have it at the same time, so I don't have to like get one kid well and then the other kid gets sick and all of that. Like, at least we all have it at the same time, and we're done after that. You know what I mean? Like, I am happy about that. Okay, so on this day, he goes back to school. So I do want to put that in, and this does come with some half boxes and some little quarter boxes. It doesn't come with like anything special like dinner stickers or anything like that, so I'm just gonna have to do without those. I do really like this washi with it. I think it's pretty fall colors, and I like that. I think I'm gonna use a strip of that. But I'm just counting my blessings, and that's a blessing that I can think of. Like, at least we all have it at the same time, and it's not like passing back and forth, back and forth. I think I might actually use this as my dinners. Maybe I'll just use dinners on this one. So maybe I'll cover that up and use that for dinners and just do it that way instead. Okay, so he does go back to school on this day. This is the day he is no longer considered contagious, and he can go back to school. So I'm going to put that on here. Just going to put this little apple, this nerdy little apple. I think he's so cute. And then we're going to put back to school. Okay. So Tuesday is the same deal. It's just a regular, ordinary day. Nothing too much happening. I just need to do some cleaning and things like that. So I think I'm going to do my full box at the top. My full box checklist, I mean. And I think I will use this green color. And I also need a header. Let's see, what did I use? I used a green, so maybe an orange. Oh, I don't really like that with the orange and the orange. Maybe I'll use a remember. So this will be a remember sticker here. So this will be a really fun week. Alright, so there's that. And then a full box. This one's really pretty. I just love fall and everything pumpkin. I love it so very much. So yummy. I found pumpkin snickerdoodle cookies at Walmart and they are so flipping yummy. I loved them. Okay, so I really just need to do like laundry and things like that on this day. I am going to put a half box down because I'm sure we'll do something at night. So I'm going to put that down there. And I feel like there's something else, but I don't know what it is. And I'm just going to layer some washi up here. And that's going to be that. Oh, why would I do that? No, thank you. Yuck. And now I just ripped that. Guys, today is just not going my way. It's just not. I think I'm going to put this right in the middle. Like, not like that. Let's see. I think I might actually, because I didn't even realize I picked the same color scheme. That's how out of it I am. Today has just done me in. But I did want to film. I was in the mood to film. In spite of it all. Maybe I just needed to get on here and talk to you guys. Talk it out. Because I was like upset about it. Just a crappy day. And Joshua's been in training at this like training conference that they had to go to. And so he has been like really quiet and not talking very much today. So that was crappy too. Because it was like all this stuff was happening. And he was like busy and couldn't talk to me. So I was like, ugh. Just junk. Not fun at all. So it was just not a good time. We were there for almost 3 hours. That's how bad it was. So bad. So a couple of you have asked me, and I have to get with my comments. I'm a little bit behind. I've read them on my phone, but then I've responded to some of them, but I don't think I've responded to all of them yet. But anyway, y'all have asked me about like the guy that's on our couch and won't go away. And he's still there. So my husband did tell him like he had to go on Friday. So today's Tuesday, in case you didn't know, in case I didn't say that. Today's Tuesday. He told him he had to leave on Friday. And he's still here. And not only is he still here, but he, like, he wasn't saying anything about when he was going. And so my husband, like, asked him, even though it was, like, super awkward, he asked him, like, you know, he was going to ask him, like, when he was leaving. And he was like, I'll be out by the weekend. And it's, like, a whole other week. So my husband told him, like, our landlord, like, it's technically against our lease, you know, for somebody to be living here like that. Like, this was not supposed to be a living situation. It was supposed to be just for a couple of days to help him out, you know. And it's against our lease to have like someone living with us because they look at it like subletting, even though he does not pay to stay here at all. And that's a whole nother thing. So to them, you know, it's like us being dishonest, even though we're not, because he, like I said, he doesn't pay to stay here. But they don't know that, and they don't know him. And so, you know, so he told him he had to go, and he was like, okay, no big deal, blah, blah, blah. I was just, he was like, I figured that would happen. I just, I just was gonna stay since it was so convenient to work until you guys kicked me out. Like, I'm not kidding. That's what he said. I'm not kidding. Yeah. Happy Halloween. My hubby is not off this day because he is going to be off on Saturday so that we can do some fun birthday things with the birthday boy. So he's not going to be off during the week. He's going to be off on Saturday, which never, ever, ever happens. So we're all really excited about it. Okay. Let's see what Halloween stickers I want to use before I continue with my story. Let's see. I think I want to use this one. And so I'm going to use this. And he will be at school. But I will use that. And it seems like he has woken up Killian, which is a really, really bad idea. And I'm going to put trick or treat down here because I'm sure we'll go to, we'll do something. Hello, Stinker Pot. Are you ill now? Are you all irritable now? Did Bubba wake you up? Did he wake you up? Oh. Wake me up. Did Tristan wake you up, or did you wake up by yourself? What? I knew that was going to be a very irritable time, and it seems to be, but not as bad as it could be, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so this is Halloween. I'm sure we'll do something with them and go trick-or-treating. I want to do something else on here. I might use a half box just in case we have something else going on. I wanted to use this box for that. It is just too pretty. I love that. And then, let's see. Yeah, that'll be fine. I wanted to use that one too, but that's okay. I'll just put this in back. Okay, and then I think I might use the little ghosty right here. And maybe this little black cat by the pumpkin. Okay, so there's that. And then on the 1st, it is Tristan's birthday. And so what is more fitting than these little cupcakes? So I'm going to use, sorry, my voice because of the stupid hand, foot, and mouth junk is like all crappy. And I wanted to use the pumpkins, but I don't think I'm going to use that box because I want to put a balloon in it. So I will just use this one. Can't believe my baby is 6. My baby is 6. 6 years old, you guys. Too old. I can't deal with it. So this is his birthday. And we are going to I do have a doctor's appointment this day. So I have a doctor's appointment. And I also have my glucose test. So that really sucks. Yuck. And then after that, I'm going to pick him up and we are going to Chuck E. Cheese with my parents. So I think I'm going to use some washi in between. We're going to go to Chuck E. Cheese and eat lunch with them. So at 12, I'm going to check him out of school and we're going to go to Chuck E. Cheese. I hated him being out of school this week because I'm checking him out next week. It's just, I don't like that, but I'm not gonna not check him out for his birthday and keep those plans. And then I'm sure we'll do something at night with him as well, with his dad when his dad gets home. But we are celebrating as a family on Saturday. So I will put this down here, but we're really celebrating on Saturday. So I'll put another one of these. I might just move this up and leave it alone. So that is that. Okay. So that is that. And the birthday stickers I had over here somewhere. Dum, 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 dum. Okay. Today is a special day. I wanted a balloon, but I don't have any. That is a tragedy. I know I have another sticker sheet somewhere, because this is not the one that I had. Here it is. So I have a hat, but it's pink, but that's just going to have to do. So I have a hat and cake. Okay. Tristan turns 6. Can't believe it. And then this is at 8 a.m. and this is following glucose test. Ugh. Yucky. I hate that stupid test, you guys. Yuck. Okay, then we are meeting them at Chuck E. Cheese. So I'm going to put party. It's not really his birthday party. He actually chose not to have one, like I said. But I'm going to put party on there. And I'm going to put these little hearts. And where? Oh, holding it. I'm going to put Chuck E. Cheese. And the Chuck E. Cheese there is really kind of lame, but he'll like it. And there's lots of games and stuff for him to play. And it's just for my parents to kind of do something with him on his birthday. So that'll be fun. Okay, and then on this day, I'm just going to try and get some housework done. So I am going to put down a full box for that, because I'm going to try and get some things done. So let's see, I'm going to put a get it done sticker on here. No. Okay. And then put my checklist down. Did I even finish talking about the story? Anyway, he's saying that he'll be done like over the weekend. And my husband told him like that we were going to get in trouble because our landlord has been like, he lives like right up the road, and he's been like driving by and stuff like that. We've been noticing and like making comments about the cars in the driveway and things like that. Like, you know, we don't want to make them upset with us or do wrong by them, because we, first of all, really like them. And second of all, we love living here, and we're not doing anything wrong, so we don't want to make them upset. You know what I mean? Like, we were just trying to do a favor for a friend. And that person has taken it way too far. Okay, so I am just going to do that. So I want to use a couple more of these guys. And here comes Tim. Hey, baby. Wait, did you eat all of yours?
Yeah.
You sure? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put this one down here. We'll do something for dinner. Okay. I do want to use, let's see. And I didn't even use my little, that sucks. I forgot to keep going with that. So I'm gonna have to cover this part up, that's okay. What are you whining about, Stinker Pot? Are you hugging me? Oh, thank you so much for hugging me. I wish you wouldn't bump my arm so much.
I told you.
Okay, not sure how long that will last, but I did put it on the weekend so I wouldn't forget, and I put that up there. So let's finish this out at the bottom. Let's see. I think maybe we'll use a gray down here. And so we said that we were going to let Tristan have a mommy daddy day, and he said no, he didn't want to leave his brother behind. So that is just the absolute preciousness of my child that we're dealing with here. So he wanted to bring Killian along, so that is what we're gonna do. So let's see. With this, I don't know what I want to use here. Okay. He has to go pee, and he has to let me know it every single time. He can't just go pee. He has to, like, let me know he has to go pee. And he has to leave the door open and that up a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so for the weekend, I do want to use this really cute double box. So I'm definitely wanting to use that. And I wanted chicken stew for dinner because we had barbecue last night. I was going to use the leftover meat to like make chicken stew, and it's really yummy. That's what I wanted for dinner, and my hubby's like, I was thinking Papa John's. I was like, oh. I guess he was trying to like not make me cook because I'm not feeling well, which is really sweet, but I really wanted that. Okay, so we are going to Legoland. That is where we're going on this day. So I need to find like a little car trip sticker for that. And then I'm going to put, let's see, move this down. I want to move it down, down, down. To move it down. I want to use this here. And then this. So we're going to Legoland, so that should be fun. And we might even go to the zoo afterwards, just depending on like how long it takes, because it's all the way in Atlanta and we don't live in Atlanta. So we've got that going on. It just kind of depends on how many times I have to stop and pee. Okay. So I am going to put this down after all, down here. And then I'm just going to put this down for whatever we do that night when we get back home and how the day went. I'll kind of put this down there as just like a little recap of the day. So I like to try and put things like that in this planner, just like a little bitty snippet, so that when I do my memory planning, I can look back and kind of remember. Okay, so we've got that going on, and then I think I'm going to use this full box as well, because on this day we just have church, and we will actually be able to go to church on this day. So we'll have church, and then, and I don't care if it's a full box on top of a full box, that's fine. Actually, I kind of do care. I was trying to talk myself into not caring, but I kind of care. So I think I will do this. Okay. Okay. You shut the door. There's that. I think it's super cute. I really like that. So I do have to pull a couple of stickers. So I'm going to do that and write it all in, and I'll be right back to show you the end result. Okay, so that is how it turned out. I put my filming sticker on Tuesday because I know if I don't do it then, I probably won't get it done this week. I put my laundry, my coffee. I did put back to school on there before. This is all of that busy day. That will be a busy day. I put clean, clean, clean on Friday to get all of that done, and my grocery shopping and all my errands. And I then bought first coffee because I'll need some more of that. I put prep for trip, and I put a little donut for prepping snacks and everything for our drive. And then we'll be going to Legoland, and then this is all the things that we have for church that day, and I still left a space at the bottoms for anything that we do at night. So I've left my spaces, done my things, and I think we are ready to go. So I'm going to put this back inside of my planner. And I still have to do my November monthly, so I need to get that done before November starts. I'm not always the best at that, you guys. In October, I know I was far behind, so I don't want to be behind. But anyways, that is how it turned out for this week. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy planning, guys. Bye!